Good morning. In today's video, I'll be discussing to you the proper installation of the Microsoft Office 2007 packages. So to start, first we need to look for the location of the installer wherein it was located on the drive D, installer folder, and subfolder Office 2007 32-bit subfolder. So we look first for the serial number or the CD key, double click, and then highlight the tent for the serial number, right click, and then select copy and close the CD key txt file, and then select the setup.executable by clicking the icon. Do click and then press enter key. So next, the product key dialog box will be displayed. Position your mouse pointer here, right click, and then select paste. Next, so a check mark will be displayed here. The system will check and verify if the serial number we have entered is correct. Next, click the continue button. So to properly install the application, we can click the customize for us to be able to verify and check what are those packages that we need to include and what we don't want to be included. So click customize and then check everything we want to include from this part. So we need to check and verify if what are those packages that we need to be included. So run from my computer. So let's click the positive one to check what are those packages that we need to include. So Visual Studio Tool for application, so this was not installed, so we need to include this one, and then click the drop down arrow and then select run from my computer. Okay, so let's check the other features. Outlook, run from my computer. PowerPoint, run from my computer. So let's check if all of the packages comes from this one was properly installed using the option run from my computer. Okay, so Outlook messaging components, Outlook MAPI service, Outlook stationery, Microsoft PowerPoint. The whole package must be included. So this is the custom installation. So end users can select or either install all of the packages that will be included from this package for us to be able to use the application without any missing package. So let's check, and we should verify that everything will be included. Fonts, international support, so Japanese font, so we can include also this one. If you want to write something, a letter which has a Japanese language from the keyboard, or a character. So English proofing, so optical character recognition modules. So let's include everything. French proofing for us to be able to use the French characters and French language. web server, web teams, office tools. Okay, so Microsoft Graph, Microsoft Office document imaging, so help, scanning tool for the OCR, Microsoft Script editor for the HTML for the web, so smart tag plugins, Windows SharePoint service support. Okay, so that's all. So we have already selected all the packages from this installer, the Microsoft Office Enterprise 2007. So as you notice, the total space required on this drive will be displayed and the space available on that drive. So 1949 MB. So this is less than 2 GB. Next is click the install. Then let's wait for the installation to fully install the application. So this is the progress bar. So you can see the progress bar will be highlighted once the installation is already installing. Okay, so this is the indicator of the progress bar for the installation. So for now, let's wait and see. Okay, so installation progress finished. So click close, and then we need to look for the application. So click the Microsoft button, and then click all apps, and then let's check if the application was properly installed, the entire package. So let's look for the Microsoft Office. Okay, so this is the folder for the installed application, the Microsoft Office, and as you notice, there is a label indicating that this is a newly installed application. So click the drop down arrow, and then let's check the application one by one. Okay, so this is the Excel. Click the Excel, and then so let's position the mouse pointer from here, right click, and then select pin to taskbar. Okay, so once we close the application, the icon will be remain from the taskbar. Close. Okay, so the icon is still there, and then let's look for the next. So Microsoft, and then open the PowerPoint. So right click, pin to taskbar, and then close. And the last one will be the Microsoft Word. So look for the Microsoft Word. So this is the Microsoft Word. Click it. Okay, and then select, right click, select pin to taskbar. So the first subject is all about Office Word. Click drag to move. Next is PowerPoint. Click drag to move. So this is the environment. To show or display the menus from the top of the Microsoft Office Word, press Ctrl plus F1. Ctrl F1 will display the hidden menus. So we have the following menus. So the home, the insert, page layout, references, the mailings, review, view, and this too was a special tab wherein it was added by the previous application. So from the regular installation of the Microsoft Office Word or the MS Office 2007, this too was not included on the package. So this was included is because of the special installation comes from the other application. Okay, so the process on how to use this application, so we need first to understand the so-called environment or the parts. So this is the icons, so we can add more from this icons from the toolbar. So we can click this one and then put a check mark on every available icon. So this is the spelling and grammar. So we can also add the email if you want to include the icon for the email. Okay, so if you want to remove this, we can click the customize toolbar, remove the email. So this is the new, the open, the save button, the print, the undo. We cannot undo the steps or processes from this at this point of time. Is because we don't have anything we type or we insert from this document. Okay, so next is the redo or repeat. We have the print preview and then the spelling or the grammar. So that is the customize toolbar from this application. Okay, so this one is the minimize icon, this one is the maximize or the new settings for the specific open window that we want. So this is this is not included for the application that we installed, but this is a settings from the operating system, the Windows 11. These are the updates. Okay, so this one is the close or exit application, and these are the icons, the content of the icons available from the home button, home plug stop, and then the insert plug stop. So we can insert cover page design available from this application, page break, blank page, another page, page break, and then the tables, the pictures, the clip arts, the shapes, the smart art, a chart, a hyperlink, a bookmark, a cross reference, the header, the footer, page number, a text box, quick parts, and then we have the word art for the title, the drop cap case. So if you want to create or design a simple newspaper style document, so signature line, so we have the date and time and the object, and then we have also the equation and the symbol. Okay, so page layout, so these are the components that we can use for this current page or current document. Okay, soon I will discuss this part. So references, the mailings, the preview, and then the view, and never mind these two buttons. Okay, so we have the so-called office button. So office button has a lot of available options that we can use. So we click this one, and then there are some shortcut which is already available from the toolbar on the top above from this title bar. So this is the document initial title for file name and the application. So we have the new, the open, the save, the create PDF from the other application, the save as. So there are some options available from the save. So this is the print. So we have 3 options for the print. Prepare, we have 2, 4, 6, 7 options. The send, the publish, and the close. And most important thing that you need to understand on how to use the word options. Okay, so there are a lot of things that you need to consider when using this application. So we have the popular, show mini toolbar on selection, enable live preview for the document, and open email attachment in full screen reading view. So display, so these are the possible options that we can select. We can also customize this one or use the default settings. Okay, next is proofing. So these are the possible options available from the proofing. And then the save, so we can change the format, save file in this format. So you can use the old version of the Word format. So this is a very good options or decisions for us to be able to downgrade the possible version of the document that we're saving for. And this is save auto recovery information every 10 minutes as default. So every time we open the file, we created file, we are typing on that specific document, it will automatically create an auto recovery file. So we can change this one, customize by changing from 10 to 8 or from 8 to 5, depending from the preference of the users. Okay, so right now I'll be using the 8, and then auto recovery file location. So this will be the possible location if in case you're using a desktop. So this is a very good practice to create your own recovery file, or the so-called location for the recovery file if in case the power failure. So we can assign the location for the file. Okay, so default file location, this will be the default file name. Once we press the save or save as, you will be redirected from this location. Okay, so that's the server draft location on this computer. So offline editing option for document managing server files once your system or your computer was connected for the server. Okay, so next is this is the advanced option. So from the advanced option, the only most important thing that I'm always using or referring was this one. Okay, so the measurement, your unit of measurement that we're using. So technically speaking, so we need to use the inches, but in some other Office application, the default is centimeter. If you want to change the centimeter option, if in case that you accidentally change this one, so we always use the option, the option dialog box from the Microsoft button, and then look for the advanced and look for the display, and then see to it that we need to use the inches. Okay, and then next, so we can use the other option from the customize by adding more icons available from this option. So this is the default that we have already inserted above from here. So we can also add more if we want. Okay, so add-ins. Okay, so these are the path or location of the specific add-ins that we want to include from our document. Okay, so trust center. Okay, so never mind this one, and the resources from the online, so that we can check for some updates or run diagnostic test from this Office application, or by contacting the what we call this one, by contacting the distributor or the developer of this application. So activate Microsoft Office if you want to register it on the internet. Okay, so go to Microsoft Office Online if you want to check some other inquiries from the Microsoft website, and then the information about the Microsoft Office Word 2007. Okay, so from now we need to click the OK button. Okay, so this is the first document that we need to include. So first, we can also set the paper size, the margins, the orientation of that specific document. Okay, so first, position your mouse pointer on the ruler. If this one doesn't display from your computer, so we need to click the view, and then make sure that the ruler has a check mark. So this is the hide and hide or show of the ruler. Okay, so click home, double click from this part, and then let's check the paper size. So we have 8.5 by 11 inches. This is the letter size or the short size. So width is 8.5 inches and the height is 11 inches. So we can change this one into A4 size. So A4 size. So the A4 size has a width of 8.27 inches, which is smaller than the short size a little bit, and then the height is much longer than the short size. So we have the 11.69 inches. Okay, so we can use this one if we are using only a A4 size format from that document. So we can also change this one into legal size. Okay, see legal size. So legal size from United States has a total of 8.5 for the width inches and 14 inches for the height. But in the Philippines, the legal size is not as longer as this one. So we can change this one or customize by entering 13. So we only have 13 inches for the long size. Okay, so we have the margins. So we can change the orientation of the paper. This is the portrait. The position of the paper is something like this one, and the landscape is this will be the position. So in short, if we change the orientation of the paper, the height and the width will be converted from the will be transferred. If we click or change or select the orientation from portrait to landscape, you can see that the width will be converted from the initial height and the height will be converted from the initial width. So portrait, landscape. So we check the paper size. So width is 13, height is 8.5. It's because the paper was converted into landscape format. So orientation is format. We change it to portrait again and then check the paper size. It will goes back to 8.5 by 13 inches. Okay, so for now we use these settings and then click the OK button. Okay, so to begin, so let's start typing something from this document. So welcome to Microsoft Office Word 2007. Okay, so before pressing enter key, just press Ctrl A and then press the Control and then the angle bracket, the close angle bracket, to enlarge the font size. As you notice, the character of the paragraph that we type is getting bigger, and as you notice, the size of the font size was incremented 1 point every time we press the Control key plus the close angle bracket. Every time we press again the Control key while pressing the open angle bracket, it will deduct or shrink 1 point every time we press this combination key. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, or we can click this one, the font size, and then type the default 12 and then press enter key. Okay, so that is the default size of the character from the MS Word Office. Okay, so we can apply formatting character by pressing Ctrl plus letter B, that is the boldface, Ctrl plus letter I, that is an italic, and Ctrl plus letter U, that is for the underline. So we can also press Ctrl plus D to display some of the formatting for the font, including character spacing. So this is for the font, so we can select as many font as we want. It depends on the font installed from your laptop or desktop, from our computer. Okay, so this is the font style. So we have the normal, the italic, the bold, and the bold italic combination. So this is the font size, and these are some font colors: red, strike through, if you want to create a peso sign or double strike through for a real peso sign. Superscript, which is the upper portion of the formula, which is the square root, and the subscript, which is the H2O symbol. This can be used as for the H2O symbol. The shadow effect, the outline effect, the emboss effect, the engrave effect, small capital effect, and all caps, all capital effect, and then the hidden. Okay, next is clicking the OK will automatically apply whatever changes that might we include from this settings. Example, 8 wrap, that is the sample font. Then we change the font size to 25, and then clicking the OK will automatically apply the newly set settings from the font. Okay, so we can still modify this one by removing the underline by clicking the view, removing it from the italic format, and then removing it from the bold-face character for that font. Okay, so this is the alignment. So center align, right alignment, and then justified or fully justified alignment. Okay, so we can still change the font from here and then look for the specific font that we want. So from this point, so we can already select font that we want, which is already on a preview mode. Example, this one, and then let's change the size to 50. We can change the color from here: blue, green, yellow, orange, red, and then maroon color, dark red. Okay, so clicking on the specific document will remove the selection. So we can change this one into uppercase, into superscript, by pressing Ctrl plus letter D from the keyboard, and then select by clicking the or putting a check mark from the effect, which is the superscript, and then click OK. So this is the superscript and this one is subscript. Highlight, right click, and then select font, and then change to subscript. Click OK. So that is the subscript. Example, if you want to do something just like H2O, the meter squared or squared inch, or the square root, or even other formulas that need to be needs to be located or formatted into superscript or subscript. Example, if you want to change this one to letter P, highlight, press shift and P, and then highlight again, click drag, and then right click, select font. Sorry, so right click, select paragraph. Where is the paragraph? So paragraph is not available from here. Okay, so highlight and then press Ctrl D, and then look for the double script or double strike through to create a peso sign. So we can change this one into a normal Times New Roman by typing times. Okay, once the font that we are looking for was already displayed, and then press the enter key. Okay, so as you notice, we have created a peso sign. Okay, and then click file to save file, and then save or save as. Click save as, and then look for a specific location of the folder from the document, and then type my first document. testing. And then the Microsoft Office Word application will automatically add the .doc file from this document. Okay, and then click save. As you notice, the my first document testing .doc will be displayed from the title bar. Okay, so that's it. Maybe I'll be discussing another activities on the next meeting from this video. Thank you very much and